What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Mad Customs here, and today I'm going to be giving you my top 10 favorite custom action figures that I made during 2025. Without any further ado, let's jump right in. Starting off the list at number 10, I have my custom Marvel Legends Netflix Daredevil Foggy Nelson. This is a pretty simple custom. It's mainly just the Marvel Legends Egghead body. The arms are from a Marvel Legends Rose. I swapped those out because they fit his proportions better. The tie is from a different figure, and then the head was a 3D print I bought off of eBay and painted myself. And then the satchel, I believe, is from a G.I. Joe classified figure. Pretty simple paint job. Mixed up a custom gray for the pants and then a light blue for the shirt. The blue is a little bit off, but it's fine by me. The most complicated thing was painting the head, as always, and then the little details on the tie. But other than that, it was a pretty simple and quick custom. Definitely a character I absolutely needed for my Netflix Daredevil collection. And yeah, he takes the number 10 spot. Moving along to the number 9 spot, I have something a little bit different. These are a bunch of Fallout accessories from the games. The reason this made the list is because it was just something a little bit different that I had never done before. Like I said, it was just a bunch of accessories. The closest thing to a figure in this set was the robot, the is it Mr. Handy? I might be tripping. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. I never played the Fallout games. I only watched the show. But this was just fun because I got to try out a bunch of different paint techniques to get the accurate apocalyptic look for all of the rugged just items and stuff from the games. So yeah, there's a lot of little just fun things in here. Med packs, Nuka-Cola, a bunch of other stuff that I don't really know much about, but the customer was super happy, and this is definitely a project I will remember. Jumping over to the number 8 spot, I have this custom action figure that I made of a client's original character he created. So it was just a cool chance to turn someone's idea into like a physical action figure that they can hold and play around with. This is the first time I've ever done something like that. And it was also really nice because it was like a palette cleanser in a way. It was a pretty simple custom, just a little bit of sculpting here and there, simple paint job, and it was just a really nice experience. And the hardest part was honestly sculpting the hair because there's a lot of it. It has quite a bit of volume, but I somehow was able to do it in one go. I had to do a lot of sanding after to get the clean finish that I wanted, but regardless, this I didn't run into any issues. This turned out pretty well, and the customer's super happy, so it definitely deserves the number 8 spot. In the number 7 spot, I have my custom Marvel Legends Daredevil Season 3 Ben Poindexter, or Bullseye. This custom consists of the Netflix Daredevil from the Man-Thing wave, and then the lower legs are the Death Dealer figure from Shang-Chi. These boots are from the Gamer vs. Captain America. I cut these off like halfway, put a screw in there, and then pop the boots on so there could be boot swivel right there. The arms are from the Civil War Captain America, and then the head is a 3D print I bought from eBay. The sculpting I did, these cuffs are hand sculpted, so are these guards, armor padding on the hands, and then this little band right here on the thigh wrapping around the leg. And I also made the joints pinless as well. And then basically everything else was just a lot of painting. I gave them a matte finish and then gave some gloss to the eyes and then that little bit of blood on the head sculpt. I really love how the head sculpt came out. It looks exactly like Wilson Bethel from the show. Also gave him a gun and then those billy clubs, as he should. And yeah, he turned out pretty dope. This is actually my second attempt at making this character, and it's definitely probably one I'll never need to revisit because this is pretty darn near perfect in my opinion. So he had to make the list, and he takes that number 7 spot. Moving along to number 6, I have my custom Revoltech Amazing Yamaguchi Black Panther, and this is based on his classic look, and believe it or not, this is a bootleg figure that I completely revamped and customized, and as far as I know, he functions exactly like the official figure. This is gonna kind of be a pain to film, but as you can see, there's a lot of different finishes throughout the figure with this gloss black, the little bit of blue in there. Same thing goes for the belt right there. And then for the boots, like I said, this is the classic look I was going for. So it has the blue and then the black stripes. I decided to paint those claws silver, and I did the same thing for the gauntlets. And then for these punch effects that came with the figure, I added a little bit of white in the middle to make it look like they were like glowing. So that turned out really awesome. I gave them a gloss coat as well. And then the eyes I painted silver, and then I don't know if you can tell, but there's a little, I outlined them in black to kind of give it like a comic book shading looking sort of effect, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, he poses really well, as you can see. He comes with a crap ton of accessories. He comes with a spear, a bunch of different hands, and obviously that stand right there. So I definitely couldn't afford the official Black Panther, so I just made one myself in the style that I wanted, because as you guys know, I love the classic looks for all of my Marvel comic characters. Starting off the top 5, I have this custom Marvel Legends Netflix Daredevil Season 2 or Defenders upgraded suit. And as you can see, this is pretty darn similar to that bullseye I showed a second ago. The body is essentially an exact copy. The only difference is the head and then the accessories. And then one of the hands is slightly different. One of the hands on the bullseye figure was specifically made to hold that gun. These are made to grip the billy clubs, as you can see. But the reason I have this guy a little bit higher is because it's Daredevil, man. Holy voice crack, that was bad. Anyways, yeah, I've seen a lot of people attempt this custom of this particular suit, and not to toot my own horn, but I think this is probably the best, most accurate one out there. I paid attention to every little detail. Honestly, the only inaccuracy that I found was this holster right here should be a little bit lower, but honestly, throughout the show it probably shifted, so that's debatable. But yeah, he comes with swappable hands, he comes with swappable billy club wires of different lengths, and then this custom head sculpt turned out really well in my opinion. Again, 3D print off of eBay that I painted myself, got that glossy wet blood, and yeah, he just looks all sort of beat up and pissed off, so he definitely deserves his place at number 5. Continuing with the Daredevil theme I've got going on here, in the number 4 spot, I have my custom Revoltech Amazing Yamaguchi Daredevil. And I think I speak for all of us Revoltech Marvel collectors. We need an official Daredevil from them. So I decided I'm just going to make one myself. This is also made up of bootleg parts, believe it or not. Like the Black Panther, I completely revamped them, made sure it functions exactly like an official Revoltech. And I used the Flash and Deadpool pieces, the Deadpool 2.0 to be exact. The body is mainly the Flash, the gauntlets, and then the boots and feet are from the Deadpool. The head is a 3D print from eBay that I painted myself, and then I sculpted the logo right there by hand, as well as the holster right here by hand. Turned out really well. The belt is from a Marvel Legends Blur, and I also, there was a bunch of holes throughout the figure where you would plug in like lightning effects for the Flash, and I filled all those in, sanded them flush, so those are non-existent. He comes with a bunch of accessories. He has a really long billy club wire right here, as you can see, and I have a bunch of other swappable ones of different lengths. He has a lot of different hand options and then a stand, and I actually made him a custom package right here that you can put all the accessories in, so that was pretty cool. And yeah, he poses like crazy, as all Amazing Yamaguchi figures should. And I really wanted to point out the paint job I have on this guy, because the base bodysuit is like a dark metallic red, and then all of the boots and stuff with the lighter red is a gloss. And then I also put in like a metallic cherry red right here for the buckles and stuff, just for a bunch of contrast. So I think it captured the kind of modernized classic look that a lot of Revoltechs go for. So yeah, super pleased with this guy. Definitely one of my favorite customs I've ever made, and he's actually available for sale. So if you're interested in buying this guy, DM me on Instagram or TikTok and we can work something out. And in the 3 spot, starting off the podium, I have my custom Marvel Legends style Gray Fox from Metal Gear Solid. This dude is pretty special because he was my first YouTube video, a tutorial on how I made this guy. So make sure to go check that out if you haven't. And this was a commission from a client, and is actually the second version of this character that I've made in my customizing career. And it was really cool to make because it kind of went to show how far I've come as a customizer, all the different skills I've learned and improvements I've made, because this guy's just way more accurate than my original. He has a much more accurate paint job. His sculpting is a lot sharper and is just overall a better custom. So that was really cool to see. He consists of a Marvel Legends Sunfire body. The feet are like the dress shoes from any Marvel Legends figure. A bunch of them have those. The head, as always, 3D printed from eBay that I hand painted myself. And then the forearms, actually no, the shoulders and arms and hands are from the G.I. Joe Classified Tamax and Zamo. Is that how you pronounce them? They're the twins. And then everything else was hand sculpted. So there was a lot of sculpting going on with this figure. It was definitely a challenge, but I really enjoyed doing it. And I just love how the paint job came out with all the panel lining, the white, the navy blues, the metallic copper. I just think it turned out fantastic, and the customer was super duper excited and was really pleased with it as well. So he takes the number 3 spot. In the number 2 spot, I have my custom Amazing Yamaguchi Revoltech Bullseye figure. This dude was a blast to make. He also used bootleg parts, the Deadpool 2.0 mostly. The head sculpt, 3D printed, painted by me. A little bit of sculpting here and there for the collar, obviously, and then a little bit in other places as well. The most difficult part about this custom was honestly sanding and prepping the joints, and then the paint job. I have a gloss finish, gloss white for the gauntlets and other pieces, but then I also mixed in some pearl metallic white as well to give it some contrast, some silver bits, and then the black, I have a flat matte black and then a gloss black here and there as well. So I think the look of the figure is just awesome. It's a really cool design. Again, I think I blended the classic design with a modern spin on it, like Revoltech does pretty well. And he comes with a crap ton of accessories, a bunch of hands, a bunch of weapons, blast effects, a stand. I also made him a custom package, but he was actually a figure I sold off a little while ago, and I really miss him. So I'm probably gonna make 2.0 here soon for myself to keep. But yeah, super dope figure, definitely one of my favorites as well, and he deserves that number 2 spot. But coming in first place, I have my custom Amazing Yamaguchi Revoltech Silver Surfer. I thought this dude was going to be a pretty simple custom considering he's like a naked dude on a surfboard, but he turned out to be a pain in the butt. Like, he had a bunch of sanding and prepping I had to do to make sure there wasn't any paint rub, and that chrome silver paint job wasn't easy to achieve, but it did turn out awesome in the end, if I don't say so myself. The articulation is fantastic. It's using that Symbiote Spider-Man body from Mess Toys. I sanded off all of that sculpted detail, like I said, which was the most difficult part. The head is a Marvel Legends head that I modified so that it fit on the neck of the figure. And then the board is also from a Marvel Legends figure. But yeah, I sold this guy too. I miss him as well. So I'm probably going to make a 2.0 here soon. Make some improvements, give him a magnetic board and other little updates. But yeah, definitely a dope figure that I haven't seen anyone else make yet. He blew up on Instagram and TikTok. Gained me a lot of new followers, so hopefully he'll do the same here on YouTube. But yeah, he definitely, all that considered, deserves the number 1 spot. So there you have my top 10 favorite custom action figures that I made during 2025. Let me know what your favorite figures were down in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and whatnot. And I will catch you guys in the next one.